Back for more Base Sunday now. Would you like to turn your inner passion into a life of great success? We all have it, some deeper than others. We just need to harness it and believe in ourselves. Well, our next guest is your mentor, a top exec with J. Morgan Chase in Allstate. He is now a motivational speaker, a strategist, and a success coach, and an author of a new book out last year, Success on Your Own Terms, 6 Promises to Creating an Amazing Life. Please say hi to James Rosseau. How are you?
Great, Frank. How are you?
Good to have you on board.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we were talking about passion before we went on the air. Why is it, you know, we all want something in life, but how do we harness it?
You know, I say to people, pull back your passion, right? When I'm talking to folks and I ask them, what are the things you dreamed about 12, 13, 14 years old, and are you doing them now?
Yeah.
And the answer is usually no. What happened? And somewhere in that later teen phase, going into college, you figure out, well, I have to make money. And for some reason, people pivot and believe that they're mutually exclusive, being able to make money and operate in my passion.
Right. I had a lot of friends that were at a Cal that I bartended for 3 or 4 years, working at little crazy radio stations. I think my first TV job was $9 grand. And meanwhile, all my friends are, well, I'm a dentist now, I'm a lawyer, and I'm still kind of, you know, hucking away. But you got to follow your dream.
Absolutely.
And if you keep putting a brick on the wall, eventually you're going to get there.
Absolutely.
Right?
And it gives you incredible momentum and energy. When you're operating in your passion, I have 3 passions. I love helping people, I love innovation, and I love music. When I'm doing all 3 of those things, my days can be endless, right? Because I'm just having so much fun at it.
Give our viewers an idea of your path to get here.
Well, I spent 11 years at J.P. Morgan Chase as a senior executive there. I spent 3 years at Allstate as an executive there. And before all those things, I worked in human resources, I worked in operations. And during the course of that, I had some great mentors who helped me focus on some key things about my life. What's most important in my life? And it helped me really hone in on those passion points. And spending time, particularly at J.P. Morgan Chase, as mentoring people, you find people drift. And I call it, how do you shift from drift back to your passion?
No doubt. We get lost in the minutia day to day. I tell people, you know, oh, I can't wait for the weekend. And you think, you know, if you live to be 100, you live, what, 36,000 days?
Right.
Kind of precious,
you know? It is.
You got to make hay while you can. Well, you got 6 steps. Let's start with embracing your passion, which we've kind of covered a little bit.
Right.
But,
well, embracing your passion, again, is just about really tapping into you, right? What's most important to you? I start with gifts and talents. A lot of times when you talk to people about their gifts and talents, what are the things that naturally take hold for you? What are the things that you enjoy doing? When I'm interviewing folks, Frank, I just did this last week. The last question of my interview for a person, after I get past the technical skills and the leadership skills, is, if you won the lottery tomorrow, what will you be doing next week? After the trips you've been thinking about, the hiking, the boating, and all those fabulous things, then what? And that's when their face lights up. And they go, you know, I've always wanted to do this. Why aren't we doing that?
Good point.
Yeah.
Perform to progress.
Yeah, it's just simply a repivot. Instead of thinking about perfection, right? Perfection can be fleeting, and lack of perfection can be debilitating. How do you think about the incremental steps and how important they are to getting through your journey? So it's really perform to progress. Celebrate the small steps along the way.
I like this next one, promote with purpose. And I would be real, be authentic, right?
Absolutely. And it's about being personable and purposeful. Not being a slick sales guy. It's not about just running around the building and handing out your cards. But you're really trying to help people understand, this is really what I want to do. These are the things I've done, and here's the things I think I need to do to get along that journey.
And I guess the next one, remember where you came from. Parlay your platform. You are the sum of your parts, right?
Exactly. And it's so funny because we often think about things from the perspective of, I'm not where I want to be. But where you are is really important. You've done a lot of things to get where you are, and the culmination of all those things makes a difference. And you can't underestimate the people around you and how much they see in you already.
And put it into action.
Put it into action. Yeah. So after the theory's done, so after you've identified your passion, you started to perform, how do you lay out a game plan and stick to it? It's almost like the first of the year, right, where the parking lots fill up at the fitness centers. How many folks will be there 90 days later? How do you make that a habit?
And along the way, I think as you get older, you accumulate stuff. But
Absolutely.
You decide, you know, I got a mentor or something. You want to get back. You want to leave a legacy.
Absolutely.
And you can do it during your journey. You don't have to reach your destination and go, oh, now I can give back.
That's right.
Because it's going to make you all the better along the way.
And in my personal opinion, it's one of the most important steps. I bookended it on purpose. Pursue your passion is number 1, and giving back, philanthropy, number 6, are on purpose, because you have to do that to keep the cycle going.
Great stuff, James. All the best. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much.
So enjoy chatting with you.
Appreciate it.
To buy a copy of James' book, just log on to Amazon.com. There it is. Success on Your Own Terms, Amazon.com. More Base Sunday right after the break. Stay right there.